So we had a son about a year after we got married, and he came really quickly. Like, I went up the pill, he was conceived a couple of months later, and so I had always figured I would have a hard time because my doctor had said you'll probably have a hard time getting pregnant just because I've had problems, throughout my years. But he came so quickly that I thought, oh wow, maybe we dodged a bullet and we don't have to worry about it. So I was shocked when we started trying a year later to have another one, and we couldn't get pregnant. And so we tried probably for almost a year, maybe before we went to the doctor. Then when we came to you, of course you did everything, all the tests and things, and found out that we both had some issues. And so you started treating both of us. So we worked with you for several months, just being on, you put Phil on some vitamins, and I was on different medications as well. And then when we finally decided to do the IUI, it just took the very first time. And we did come back to you, after our daughter was born to try to have another one. When we tried for, a few months and it didn't work, you said this is probably the time that you need to look at in vitro if you want to go any further. And I appreciated that because it's expensive. It was hard, to hear that was, the next step that I had to do if I wanted more kids. And at that time, I didn't choose to do the in vitro route. But if I were to do it all over again, I would encourage, people that are going through this process to try everything that they can and to not stop. If you feel in your heart that you want to have another one, do everything you can so you don't have to question it later on in life. Mm-hmm. Because I wish someone would have just said, if someone would have said to Phil and I, yeah, why don't you do it? It probably would have just taken my mom and dad or one other person to say, yeah, we think you ought to do it. And so I say to people, go for it. Try it, because I wish I would have. When you're going through fertility problems, you don't just get to go in an 8 to 5 time slot. I appreciated that if I needed to be seen on a weekend, then I was seen on a weekend. You guys were so helpful. Your staff was so helpful. We never felt like we were being a bother. I had to come in one year on Mother's Day, and I thought, how horrible that they have to be away from their own families. But there you guys were, doing what you had to do to help me, and that was really awesome, and I loved that. And every time we went in, everyone just made us feel welcome, and it's not a comfortable situation sometimes. People don't love having their blood drawn or having another ultrasound or whatever, but I just always felt comfortable knowing that I was in good hands.